Here are the 7 brutal money truths that kept me so broke that I wish I knew earlier on in my life, now that I'm in my 30s. Now, as you move through life, there are so many lessons that you learn, and truth number 7 is one that you want to really understand, so stay around until the end. The first truth is ignorance is your enemy. If you don't fight to understand how money works, wealth, investing, credit score, how the banks work, you'll always lose money to people who know how. I'll give you an example. When we had just started together, me and my husband, we were in debt. My husband kept paying the minimum installments on his credit card with Bank of America. I still beef them to this day. For almost 2 years, he was paying down interest and never touching his principal. And nobody ever even told him or hinted him about this. When we got to realize that, hey, it's been 2 years and we're not making any progress on this date, is when we really understood, oh, okay, we cleared that date within 3 months because it had crazy interest and nobody even told us about it. No one is going to take care of you more than you take care of yourself. Fight ignorance like it is the enemy, because it is the enemy. Read as many books as you can. I used to be very proud of the fact that I don't read. Not these days. And one thing I've learned, no one is literally going to provide you with this information if you don't look for it or if you don't ask the right question. Before making any big purchases, how about doing research and really understanding what you're getting yourself into? I work in insurance, and I don't know how many times people have called me to get insurance, yet they have already secured a car they cannot afford. The insurance is crazy because when they went to buy a car, the first thing they thought about is, let me go to the dealership, sign this contract, and then I can figure out insurance later. Being informed about the processes, especially for the big purchases of your life, is going to be very crucial in saving you a lot of money, period. Speaking of enemies, the second enemy is being scared of investing and never investing at all. I was so scared of losing money to the stock market. I had just moved to the US, and that's when I started learning about investing, but I was so scared. It took me like 3 years for me to finally open an account and start investing. The truth about investing is the earlier you start, the better for you. And I had this whole mindset that, hey, I need a lot of money to invest. I'll probably lose all this money in the stock market. This whole investing process is very complicated, not for me. But the truth is, I also lost time in the process. And investing needs time. It needs time for you to see the gains out of it. That's why I wish I started earlier on, because right now I'm investing, yes, which is great, but I have to catch up. If you're in your 20s, there's a lot of information online. Investing is actually really good for you. And the truth is, you're still losing money to inflation. So the earlier you start, the better. The third truth is, if you don't give an assignment to your money, it's going to find an assignment. If you don't give it a home, it's going to find another home. And it's probably not going to be in the direction that you want it to be. What does this mean? You have to literally understand your personal finances and find your dollar some work to do. Why is it in the bank right now? Is it saving? Is it going to work on your bills? What is it going to do? And as a person who didn't grow up budgeting at all, it was a whole muscle that I had to grow and develop, had to come with practice. And I'm still practicing, because this muscle just doesn't build in one day. But at least right now, I'm in a better place. Look at your accounts every day. Understand your transactions. Why did you make these transactions? Understanding all these tiny details about your money is going to help you also build the future where you want to go. So give your dollar an assignment and let it work for you. Truth number 4 is saving your money alone is not going to help you build wealth. And it's even worse if you just leave it in a regular savings account. I used to save my money in a regular savings account in Bank of America. I was seeing no gains at all. For some reason, I didn't know anything about high yield savings account. Again, it goes back to the ignorance and fighting ignorance, right? Later on, I got to understand about high yield savings account, health savings account, retirement accounts, investing. So all those things are going to help you build your wealth. Also, if you are a stay-at-home mom and you're not working, or you're a stay-at-home dad, you're not working, but your spouse is working, take advantage of the retirement account. You still can open up a spousal IRA and start investing for the future using your spouse's money. But this money is literally going to be your money and it's going to be under your name. Even when a divorce happens, you still keep your money, and at least you didn't lose time in that whole process. Every time I meet a stay-at-home mom, I always share this information. You have to open a spousal IRA and start using retirement benefits right now. And if you want any details about this, I've linked it down in the description box. Go check it out. Truth number 5, cutting down your expenses as much as you can is very, very vital, but you can only cut down much. I used to focus so much on what should I cut down, what should I not buy. Literally, I cut down so many expenses. We're not eating out, not going for any vacations. Tell you, you can only cut down so much. And then I came to the realization that if I really want to create the wealth that I want, I need to increase my income. The much effort I put into cutting down my expenses should be actually more effort for me to increase my income. Why? Because these prices keep changing. You can look at the economy right now. Things are more expensive. You need to increase your income. Start that side hustle. How can I negotiate more at work for a better salary? And if you want to become a mom YouTuber, I have explained all that in this video that you can watch. Truth number 6, and this comes from a person who has struggled with people pleasing a lot. Learning to say no. Learning to say no to things so you can say yes to other things. Learn to say no to, hey, lend me some money. Hey, let's go out to this vacation, or let's buy this, instead of focusing on your goals. As much as giving is very important and you are not intentional about that giving, you are going to find yourself in a corner, in a place trying to please people, buying things you don't need, and just feeling guilt at the end of the day. Prioritize your priorities and also be generous to some extent, but learn to say no to things you really don't need. Truth number 7 is what everybody needs, is what I think I needed earlier on in my life. As a person who migrated to the US, I needed this so much, though I didn't know it. Comparison is really the thief of joy. It will kill you slowly but surely. It will drain you. Like when I just moved in here, I was seeing people achieving things. Like there's a way social media makes it that everybody is in a winning season. Like people only post when they're winning. Few people post through their struggles. There's so many lies on social media that if you keep comparing yourself to other people, you're going to forget the journey that you're on. You're going to forget how far you have come. You're going to forget who you are in reality. You're going to constantly look at other people and feel insufficient. There is always going to be someone who is better than you, and who looks better than you, who is in a winning season, yet you are not. And I've come to the brutal truth that my story is the story that I know best. It is a journey that I'm on, and I want to appreciate myself for coming this far, because other people's winning doesn't make my winning very insignificant. No, you're not behind. You may not be where exactly you wanted to be. You may not be seeing the fruits yet of your work, but every work works. It's either working on you or it's getting you results. There is something that you're learning through this season, through this process. And if you look at how far you have come, you realize, oh my God, this is different right now. I have been through a lot, and here I am still surviving, right? I had to start reprogramming my mind. Claire, you will be inspired, okay? You will be challenged to do better, but you are not going to be intimidated. I had to tell myself over and over and over and over and over again. And if you're in this season that you want to reprogram your mind, especially if you're a Christian, you want to align yourself with what God says about you so you can repeat all these things in your mind to appreciate how far you have come, there's a book you should check out, and that's called Winning the War in Your Mind. Because literally everything starts in your mind. If you control your mind and align it with what God says about you, you are not going to look at other people's progress and feel like you are not doing anything, because the truth is you are. You may not be in your winning season. That doesn't mean that this is going to be your forever season. It will not be your forever. So understanding that is going to free you. Your winning season is coming. Just because you started later on in your life doesn't mean there's no more time for you. As long as you're still here, as long as you're still breathing, you are not done. And definitely God is not done with you. And here's my vision. I want to bring moms together. I want us to come and encourage each other and strive together, especially those moms that want to create a side income through YouTube or just starting your own business. Let's come together. That link is below. We are starting very, very soon. So sign up right now and come join us, mom. I hope this video inspired you. Thank you so much, and subscribe because more mom values coming. Keep thriving because I'm right there with you, and do your best. See you then.